Hi, I'm Kiara Craven, and I will be talking about Artemisia Gentileschi. Artemisia Gentileschi was born July 8, 1593. She was born in Rome, Papal States, died in 1653 in Nepal's Kingdom of Nepals. She started painting at the young age of 17 and became an Italian painter that was known for her dramatic and emotional works. Artemisia was taught by her father Orazio Gentileschi, who was also a well-known artist. Her father was a follower of Caravaggio, so his paintings were heavily influenced by Caravaggio's style, which in turn was also passed to his daughter that he taught. She was a victim of sexual assault at a young age by her father's friend, Tassi. When he did not marry her, or decided to marry her after, this led to a long trial that was very traumatic for Artemisia Gentileschi. Shortly after, she married a Florentine and moved to Florence, where she joined Florence's Academy of Design. Her paintings show mostly strong women that were not passive, but were active protagonists. All her paintings show her belief in female strength and resilience, which were most likely influenced by her own struggles in a male-dominated society. Her art style, since she was a pupil of her father, Orazio Gentileschi, her style was closely related to how he taught her. Her main style was a Baroque style that had colors that were more brilliant than her father's, and she continued to employ the tin prism made popular by Caravaggio, long after her father had abandoned that style, as found in the Encyclopedia Britannica. Artemisia was also an important second-generation proponent of Caravaggio's dramatic realism, which she carried through a lot of her work. It was very dramatic and realistic. Artemisia had mastered the human form, and an elevated literary subject signaled that Artemisia would stake her claim as a history painter, a true rarity for a woman. Her art is most likely incomplete because only a fraction of her paintings have survived. However, we know that contemporary writers praised her skill at portraiture and still life, yet only one example of each has come down to us. So, one painting that we're going to look at first is one of her very first full finished paintings done. It was made in 1610. It was oil on canvas. It was a similar style to her father's artistic influence. This was a picture of a common scripture about two men being invasive towards Susanna, trying to coerce her into having intercourse by threatening her. Gentileschi's painting is more emotional than how her father would have painted it, showing her own style and others that usually painted this scene, showing the woman more inviting. However, she did not depict Susanna like this in her artwork. Hers was more dramatic and emotional, and you could tell how she did not look inviting at all. She doesn't want them, and is pushing her hands towards them. The style of artwork is very detailed. It looks more soft and smooth around the edges during this time. This artwork is called Susanna and the Elders. This next painting is called Judith and Her Maidservant. It is also oil on canvas. It was made in 1615 through 1617, and this was a time after her trial and the traumatic experience that she went through. Artemisia's color and texture in this piece is still rich, however she paints it in a more rigid detail than before, which shows sharper lines, making the details in the fabric and the faces more prominent. The light is brighter in this piece, and it highlights the women more, showing their importance in this piece. As you can see, this is Judith and her maidservant, who had just cut off the head of Holofernes, and looking towards the side, probably to see if anyone's coming. This next painting that we are looking at is Judith and the maidservant with the head of Holofernes. This is also oil on canvas. It was made later in her career when she was in Florence in 1625, and you can see how her art has changed in style just a little bit more. This painting is the aftermath of Judith and her maidservant beheading Holofernes. The way she paints this shows more emotion and intensity. The colors are more vibrant, and the light from the candle makes the scene intense with its bright glow shining on them. The way she positioned both women in this painting also shows the intensity in the piece, making it look and feel more realistic, like we can see them. Artisma Gentileschi shows symbolism throughout all her paintings that we have. Most of her paintings show themes of female empowerment. Some implied meanings that we can gather about her art pieces could be how she felt from her personal experiences. She could have made these paintings to show her trauma and struggles as a female artist during that day and age. It definitely could be implied that her artwork was greatly influenced by her experiences. By comparing her artwork to Caravaggio and her father Orazio Gentileschi, we can see how she changes traditional narratives in each scene to create a new female voice with Baroque paintings. Thank you.